Okay. What I want to do is I'm going to share my screen with everybody so they can see how to recruit reps very easily and simply. It's not hard to recruit. It's actually very easy, and you can recruit on the highest levels doing it this way. So if you're using Facebook, some of the ways that you can, morally advertise is real simple. You can write an ad now, hiring life insurance sales professionals nationwide, and you can add in some of the things. We outperform all other companies in sales training. Plus, you will learn 1, how to sell larger apps, averaging $300 to $600 per app. 2, how to recruit large earning team of reps. 3, how to purchase. Now, I put all kinds of stuff in here just so they understand that there's all kinds of opportunity to purchase. There's $7 final expense leads, A leads. Oops. And if you're wanting more for your career bank account this year, text. And all you have to do is get them to text join to your telephone number, and it works like a charm. And then you'll know who's interested and who's not. And then you want to just kind of put up something cool photo of some sort, maybe anything you have. I don't know if I have anything in here that's real cool, but Liz, I'll be ready in a little bit. And then you can tag it to whoever, is a part of your team or a part of your group, and then you can get the ad out there a little heavier. So that's just one way to do it and be successful with recruiting. The other way is that, you just kind of find life insurance groups, and you can go to different groups, and I've already joined this one, but if I don't, let's say I don't have this individual here, and I am hiring life insurance, and I know she's hiring life insurance reps and so on, and so I can easily go to her friend request. 9 times out of 10, these people are part of that, so I'm requesting reps on here that I've not contacted yet, and friend requesting them. That way they see my ads. I can write something like, Natalie, I see, and all you want to do is like, spell their name right, of course. Natalie, I see your life insurance sales professional. And how long have you been doing it? It's real simple. I just asked the question to get a conversation going. And across the map, you can do this like over and over again. I can check this guy out and see what he's up to. Is he a life insurance sales rep? I don't know. He doesn't look like somebody I really want to. Life and annuity sales training. It comes up me. Go to Family First Midwest. And then what I can do is I can find people that maybe in the posts or have liked it, and just check out and see who they are, see if this guy is any good here. It'll take some time, but at the end of the day, you're able to recruit a lot of people doing this, and if you do it just a few times a day, you can build a massive company. All you need to do really is look about the About page, and you can see what they're up to. And if you got a friend request them first, I can do that, and then you can find out more details about them. But I can check workplace. But he's possibly a life insurance sales rep. I just asked him, John, are you just ask him a quick question, and that's it. That's really all you need to do, and that's how simple recruiting. Man, this sucks, guys. I can't get Airways. Sorry to get my live webinar feed up. So also, I'm trying to go live on Facebook here, so that's something you guys need to learn to do too, is in this area here, you can go live. 9 times out of 10, you'll see your own stories here. I don't know where the feed is, but these are all videos here. This is really confusing on here because I know how to do it on my phone, but I don't know how to do it right here. So if anybody knows how to do it, like get the live videos going here, maybe it's on the timeline. It's kind of confusing, but what I'm trying to do is just get people interested, like with your business, of course. And one of the ways to do that is through doing live webinars and things like that, like we do here. And let me share this again. I share this, and I'll put another post up, letting people know it's on now. Life insurance. And I'll just post this back up. Live webinar training now for all life insurance reps. So I just posted that back up, and try to get people onto this as quickly as possible. So this is just a very simple way. As you can see, I got friends. I got 3,540 friends, and I'm telling you, a lot of them are life insurance reps. So as I said, get up there, and that's not the only one. LinkedIn makes it real easy to recruit too. And LinkedIn has a job post where they pay per click, and so does Facebook, which I'll start utilizing this week to do pay-per-clicks. As you can see, look at this ad here. You got Family First Life. They got their top 5 producers here. You know, it's not a problem to go ahead and like that stuff, but it's also check out who's a part of that team. You got James Sight. I don't know if I'm friends with him yet. But again, even on this, it's real simple to write, James, let's see, your life insurance sales professional. How long you been writing business? I'm just asking questions like to get them into a conversation with me. I don't want to really, you know, I'm not putting down there, hey, come join me. I'm an awesome agency to come work for. Would you be interested in more comp levels, this and that? So you can do this stuff and easily. And then if you're not connected to somebody, just hit the connect button and get them into your network. So 9 times out of 10, I can go through and I can see an agent at New York Life Insurance, connect, insurance agent at New York Life. If these people are at New York Life, then, you know, I know that they're not brokers, so it makes it very easy to recruit people like that, and their comp levels are probably a hell of a lot lower than where you're at. So the recruiting is something that everybody really, really needs to get going on and start doing, because I don't want you guys writing forever business when you can easily make a living off of recruiting reps to training them. Look, I send them to the webinar training. You know what I mean? You don't need to really train them. If I'm doing it 2-3 times a week on webinars, all you need to do is just get them connected. And if you have problems recruiting, have them talk to your upline. And if you'd like, I can host a webinar training or a webinar or a phone call like every Tuesday at 7 p.m. where you can just connect people to an opportunity, which means that they just they go onto the call and they just simply learn about the opportunity itself. So like I said, this is very simple. I'm going through here, I'm connecting, and then when I go home, I'm able to post things, and these people will actually see this stuff. So, you know, when I'm putting up here now, hiring life insurance sales professionals, earn 100% to 130% comp levels, learn how to sell larger policies using index, nobody does this, index universal life, learn how to sell 2 to 4 annuities per month, text join to your telephone number. This way you know who wants to be involved. All you're doing is getting texts from people that said they text join to your ad, and it's so simple. It's so easy to do. It's really something that all you should be into and utilizing so that you can build an organization. And it makes it nice, guys, when you got a few extra $100 a week or a few $1,000s a week coming in through sales reps. So it makes it real nice to be a part of that and help somebody else make money too, you know? So it's a very simple process to use. It's not hard. Start using social media and start recruiting the hell out of people using this system. As I said again, all you need to do is go in here. You can find final expense rep. See what comes up. You got here's one here. You got this guy here, and all you need to do is hover over him. I am not friends with him. He is a benefit advisor at Annual Hewitt, Primary Financial. This guy would be a strong recruit. So, you know, there's another question. If you want to get right to the point, you could say, hey, Ron, liked what I read on your feed. Wanted to share an offer with you that I know is like text me 352-255-2594. Let's speak about business opportunity. Thank you. Now, the other way I did it was a little different because I just, you know, I went into that and so all I did was type in final expense and basically feed what final expense should pop up. Anybody like this guy here, I'm already friends with. Insurance squad he owns. Been doing it for 12 years. You know, you can just say simply Matt. Anyway, we could speak. How about this? Let's do it this way. Keep it simple. Say, Matt, I see you're a life rep. Yeah, we'll leave soon. I know that. I see you're a life rep. Wanted to know how long you've been in the business. That's it. See, I just posted to him and said, look, that's fuck this. Trying to go live. And that's it, guys. So just please, you start using the tools that you've been given to recruit and get yourself into a position to start earning some money. You know, aside from shit. Okay, anyway, I'm trying to figure out how to make this larger now and without this is, damn it, I don't know how to make my screen big. Oh, stop, that's it. Okay, so that was it for that. I mean, real simply, you're going to go on social media, you're going to interact with people, and you're going to ask them, you know, or tell them, hey, look, I see that you're in the business of life insurance. I wanted to see if you might be interested in doing something with us, and or just say, hey, I noticed that you're in the life insurance business. How long you've been doing it? Or I see that you're in the final expense industry. Wanted to see if there's anything that we could speak about to help your business growth. You know, if you find people that are lower in the upper echelons, like the lower in the platform chain, then you can talk to them a little differently than you would somebody higher in the upline. So for those of you with lower contract levels than the people that have higher contract levels, you need to recruit people that that obviously are below your contract level, and you can tell that. And sometimes you can tell that just in their posts. When I read somebody's post, I know who's the bigwig and who isn't. Because there's a way big difference in what you're reading. But it's highly recommended that you guys start recruiting on a regular basis, because it's a powerful strategy that the life insurance industry gives you to grow. At the end of the day, it's all green in the end. So why would you care if it comes off your own pen or somebody else's? Yes, it's a little more work for you, but if I'm offering training webinars 2-3 days a week, and there's nothing you have to do to get them trained except recruit them. And it might be great that you bring them out in the field occasionally, you know, when they first start, and you'll have conversations with them quite often on the phone, but it becomes fun. I mean, you really do start helping people, and you're able to help them grow in their business. So, you know, try recruiting and make it consistent. Guys, it may take 2018 to find a few people, but here's the game plan. Look, if you could keep it real simple, if you find one person that finds two people, that's 3 people on your team. And if you do that again, just find one person, help them recruit 2 people. That's just 3 people. And if you continue to do that, let's say you did that monthly, you find one person, they find 2 people, and you do that every single month. Well, that's 12 reps you have connected to you. And that's what? Over 36 reps that you have connected to your business. That could be a hell of an income for you weekly. That could at least pay your bills, your car bill, your house mortgage. And that's for the rest of your life too, as long as you can continue training them and keep them going in the final expense market and teaching them how to make sales. So let me pull this board over. Can you see that? Okay. So I need to get an eraser here so I can erase this stuff. What does this say? Order 20 to 40 leads a week. Get referrals, sell larger premiums, train on sales strategies, train your team. This is really the whole thing, man. You order your leads. If you guys know that I have the final expense leads now at $7 a pop. So there are $7 final expense lead programs now. It gives everybody no excuse to write. Heather, I know that you have received some leads, and my recommendation to you is I wouldn't wait for all the things to come in. I would literally just set and ask Alyssa to fax you over anything you don't have, or email it over to you. You guys got to make a list of the things you don't have. Don't list the things you have, list the things you don't have, and make it our business to know what you need and continue to bug us about it. Do you understand what it's like to do these trainings, be out in the field, deal with telephone calls all day? I can't remember it all. And I want to make you aware of the fact that I can't do that all the time, okay? I try to do my best at it by keeping notes around, Post-its, you know, plastering on my forehead if I need to, but I can't remember it all the time. So a text message weekly, 2 times a week to remind me of anything that I can't remember that I need to do for you guys. And if you have lead resources on you, Alyssa just spent an hour on the phone training on phone dials. And if you missed that, I recorded it, but these are the things that you guys need to make the sacrifices for, as being on here. I don't see too many faces on here today. And I'm going to tell you right now that every week that the faces on this webinar decrease, so does the money out there that I notice people aren't making as much money. And it's just how it works. I mean, if you don't get trained, when I first started in this industry, I trained every single week. Once a week, I did training once a week. You go to an office and we would train heavily on life insurance sales training strategies. So just like I do with you guys. So let me get started on some things. Since people have final expense life insurance leads out there, remember, I have the $7 brand new A leads, final expense leads for $7. So let's start there. You got $7 leads. I want you to times that by 30. That's $210. This is not a hard number to make back. Here's the problem I think people have is this initial payment, the fear of coming up with that money because your car payments due, your rent's due, things like that. But what you have to come to realization is that this, if you're new, that this number may not work immediately, that you may need this in the second week. Your first order may not be good the first week. It may be good week 2. It may be good week 1. But the problem I think a lot of you are having is the initial emotional feeling of giving that money up. And look at make a list of every bill that you have and really come to grips with the fact that without these leads, you're dead. And if you have leads and you're not working them, you're dead. So what is the factor in not working the leads? That's an emotional situation that you have tied into yourself. That is a situation where you got to get your mind right to change how you're thinking about this, and state to yourself, always state this: these people requested the information. You are not cold calling anybody. So every time you pick up the phone, have the warmth inside you to understand that you are not cold calling anyone. They requested it, and that's why the final expense script is as simple as it is, because they did request it. You don't need 4 pages of scripts to get people involved in this. So, you know, Mrs. Jones, I'm doing a follow-up call to the call that you had received yesterday or the other day on that final expense information you had requested. I'm the rep that handles that area. I will be in your area tomorrow at 2 p.m. Does that work for you and Mr. Jones? Yes or no? No. Okay, great. I'm going to tell you what. Good for you. Lucky you. I'm there at 6 p.m. too, all the way to 10 p.m. What time in between 6 and 10 works best for you? There's no excuse for them to get out of it. 1, they requested it. 2, you work all hours of the night and all hours of the morning and all hours of the week. So there's no excuse not to see these people. In the beginning, if you're setting on a Saturday, just like Alyssa did for the last hour, there's 15 appointments on the board now. Now, she was setting before, and she's still setting now, actually. So she's done an hour and a half's worth of work to do this. So we have usually 10 to 15 appointments where we will sell. Here's the truth of this number, is that we will sell anywhere from 5 to 10 of these. And that's not because we're not seeing the people. Things change during the week, weather, colds, flu, whatever the hell comes up. It's a mess out there and it changes. However, if the differences between these two numbers is this: if I sell 5, I'm probably looking, for me, it's about $1,000 every person I see to $2,000 to $3,000. That's the truth, because of the high premiums I sell. So if this is $1,000, obviously that's $5,000 a week. This is more or less 10,000, and that's how that works. I mean, it's very simple, guys, to make some great money. How many appointments do we have, honestly? Do you have 15 or 10? Do you have less? What? Yeah, but what did you just say after that? Well, wait for the webinar to be over. What? So there's 10 appointments on the board. It's not 10:30 yet. So, where was it? I'm sorry, guys. There's 10 appointments on the board. So I know that I'm guaranteed anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 this week. And I said guaranteed. It just doesn't fail. It's just this number here makes all the sense in the world to accomplish that. That's a good question. Are you scheduling today for Monday and Tuesday? That is correct. That is how that's done. So the Monday through Tuesday, and worst case scenario, you have Wednesday in there. And if you lock these down and put them in a position to make sure that they have written it down, that it's in their schedule, that there's no doubt that they will be seeing you, then you don't have to worry about scheduling that far out if you're good at this. We never have any issues. And in a worst case scenario, if you want and you don't want to waste your gas, you just dial these people and just let them know this: I'm in the area. I'll be there in a couple minutes, or I'll be there in an hour to see you. But if you're scheduling them properly, there will be no issues whatsoever for these people not to be there. You know, that means tying them down. Hey, Mrs. Jones, you know, I have a pen and paper out. I'm going to write this down in my schedule. I need you to do the same, please. Would you please write this down and add in, make sure Mr. Jones is there also, please. I'm trying to make sure that everybody, you know, make sure that the prospect is at the house and that there's no issues whatsoever for that to go down. So, you know, it's really not that hard when you have resources coming in. Now, if you don't have resources coming in, you're in the wrong business, period. You can't run any business without advertising. So I don't understand the reasoning behind people not having business, you know, direct mail or teleleads, anything coming in. I don't get it. And if you don't do that on a weekly basis, I tell people on a weekly basis, here's another issue that people have, is that they will order 20 leads, and then 3 weeks later, they will order another 20 leads. Well, you just missed a whole week of money that was coming your way if you ordered the leads. So it is mandatory that you 1 week, 2 weeks, 3, 4 weeks, that you are ordering leads every single week. How does this work effectively so you're not pulling out of pocket? Here's the simplicity behind this, is that once you have purchased the first set of leads, you purchase 20 to 40 leads, that in all actuality, this order should be the only order that you ever invest into. This $300 to $500 investment should roll over into week 2. And week 3 is utilized by week 2 sales. So there should be no, in your mind, there should be not that I have to spend $300 every week. It should be I spend $300 to $500 one time, maybe twice, to get the ball rolling, maybe 3 times worst case scenario. But in the first month, you got the rest of your career rolling. So that's where you do not want to fail the system of lead orders. So don't do that to yourself. Do you try to get them their policies ready for review when you schedule? You mean the illustrations, Rob? Because I do illustrations before I go into the home, especially if I'm using the IUL products. And the reason being is because I want to be able to show them the cash value sheet. So this is an important process to this whole system, is selling this index universal life. I start here. I start here before anything else. And then I work my way to final expense, graded, and return of premium. So I go from the index universal life to the final expense to the graded. And I have the cash value sheet inside the illustration of the index universal life. So if that's what you're asking, I am sharing with them the index universal life product by showing them the illustration that's inside. So I probably have one here where I can show you what I mean, unless you understand that. But if you don't understand that, here it is. And this is, you know, this is a big reason why I'm able to sell a lot of product too. I mean, I'd like to say that I'm a good salesman, but I also need a great product to sell, you know, when I'm in the field doing this with these people. So it shares with them. Fingers aren't working right today. Let's see here. I got one right here. So inside this, we have the cash value sheet. One of the first things I roll up on is that sheet. So I'm able to pull this apart. I'm able to go into here, and I'm able to show them their cash values and say that a 50-year-old getting $42,000 in face amount for $150 in this case is is earning 7% interest on their cash value. So as you can see, this cash value sheet next to any other cash value sheet will outperform any other carrier that you have. It's at 7.14% on the cash value for the past 23 years. Okay, so you can't beat this product. There's just no way to beat it when you share cash values. And it comes with living benefits. So when I pull the living benefits sheet out, they don't just have to die to get this product. They can be alive while they get this product. And that's a great resource to have. So if you're not selling this product, you're not in the game right, man. You need to get in this game right here and start selling this product. Now, you know, that's not all I sell, because I need other carriers too. So there are products out there that I need to use the final expense market. But I do start at this point here. I start with the index universal life, and then from that point, I work my way down to final expense, meaning that they are knocked out of the index universal life. They can't get the product. So let's say somebody needs $100,000. And I do a lot of mortgage protection, guys, other than final expense. In fact, most of my business, 9 out of 10 apps I write are for mortgage protection. That's the other thing. If you're not in that part of this game yet, that's where you need to start studying and get to that part of this business. Because when you see Alyssa sitting here and setting those appointments, you understand that she's setting because people really want to cover their home. They want to see what the benefit of covering their home is, and they want to know that information. Their existing policies I have been jammed up with. They're saying that they have enough insurance without them pulling their policies out. One of the reasons they may be doing that is because they just don't see the value yet. And when you tell them this, here's a secret to this, Rob, is that when you take other people's life insurance policies, okay, you have their insurance, and you ask them, look, Mrs. Jones, there's also a sheet that I give to you guys, Rob, which helps you get the information that you'll need out of these people. So it's a financial sheet that helps you understand what's coming in versus what's going out. One of the first questions I ask, as everybody that's been trained with me knows, is out of the two of you, who earns the two of the higher Social Securities? Because that's what the other one's going to be left with when you pass away, Mr. Jones. Mrs. Jones is going to get your Social Security, okay? Here's the problem. She has to wait 1 year. So there's a void in time there. So that's one thing to sell on, is the year, 6 months to 12 months that she will have to wait to get that Social Security. But then I'm going to say, do either one of you have life insurance on you right now? Okay, great. Who's that with? Did you see what I'm doing, Rob, is I'm flowing now. So I asked them, out of the two of you, I got one of the answers that I needed out of them, and I explained why. Once they see that you're the professional like that, they will start giving you more information. I believe if I were to sit with you, it's about how you're asking, and it's when you're asking. And I noticed that when I was a beginner at this, that I used to ask differently than I ask now. So once I say, out of the two of you, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, who has to hire the two Social Securities, because that's what the other one's going to be left with. And the reason I'm asking is because it takes 6 to 12 months for you to receive that. That's how it works. Okay, so there's a 1 year wait, and you're going to do worst case scenario for them. There's a 1 year wait for them to get that Social Security. Now I want to know, do you or Mrs. Jones have life insurance or final arrangements? Okay, yes, we do. Great. Who's that with? First, I asked, who's that with? Okay, great. Who's that with? And now, when I ask them who's that with, it just opens them up to answering the question again. I'm getting another piece of information out of them. And then, how much does that, what's the premium? I don't say how much does that cost. I almost screwed up there. What's the premium on that? I want you to notice how I'm asking. It's almost in an energetic, stupid way. Hey, what's the premium on that? It's kind of like I ask in a way where I want them to answer me because of the way I sound. If you guys are voicing very, so what's the premium on that, Mrs. Jones? And do you have life insurance? You know, it's not an exciting way to work the business. So I want you guys to lift yourselves up before you walk into a house. Remember that you're the professional. You are the knowledge that they seek. They don't realize it yet sometimes, but you are the answer to their needs. And so once I have that part down and I know how much it is, I can then say, hey, so you know what would be very helpful? And I'm going to tell you why it's helpful. Here's what you're failing at, Rob, is to explain why. So I want you to ask and then reverse it. So you're going to go into it, you're going to get a few pieces of information out of them, and then you're going to go back in time and you're going to, the reason I'm asking is because this is how it works. Your other policies, I want you to explain to them, your other policies have cash value. Okay, I want you to take a look at something, Mrs. Jones. If you have a policy, hypothetically, for $10,000, and let's say you've been paying in for 10 years. Well, let's say it's $30 a month. Now, this could be anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 of cash that's yours, okay? We got that part understood. So what the company owes you is $5,000 now. So why give an insurance company $5,000 of your own money? Okay, let me ask you a question, Mrs. Jones. Could you use $5,000 in any way today? I mean, you fix the house up or give it to a family member that's in need or give it to charity, for God's sakes, but anything above the insurance company keeping your money. So let's get that. Let's understand that they have $5,000 of your money, which means they only owe you $5,000. So what I'm going to show you is a little trick that we use in this business to help people stay in front of the life insurance carriers and stay ahead of the game. That way you're paying about the same amount of money that you're paying today, but you get the same amount of life insurance and you get a hell of a big payday out of the deal too by getting cash value. So what policies are there? And by the way, do you have those policies handy? Can you go get those for me? Again, do you have those policies handy? Would you mind immediately? I'm saying, would you mind go get those for me? Let's take a look at them. I want to see what the cash value is so you know. And if they don't know what they are, call the carrier and say, hey, look, you know what I'd like to do for you? I'd really love to call the carrier and just find out what your cash value is right now. So I want to know where your cash value is at the moment. If you wouldn't mind, can we just take a look at that and know where your cash value is so we can understand where we can put you? Because if, let's hypothetically say that you have what? You have 3 carriers? Okay, you have 3. Now let's say you have $15,000 in cash value. Now, I'm not sure it's that. Maybe it's $5,000. I don't know what it is. But at the end of the day, that's your money. So if I can get you the same exact product and it pays a death benefit for the same amount that you already have and get you $15,000, that makes sense, right? Why give it to the insurance company? So, Rob, that's the way that you would work that out, is kind of like just working them into understanding. They have to understand what you're talking about or you're going to lose them. If you just go in there and, Mrs. Jones, do you have life insurance? Would you mind going to get those policies? They don't know why you're doing that. They don't understand it yet. And they don't even trust you enough to do that yet. You know, depending on your age too, that can affect you in this business. And if you're younger and you're walking into a house full of 60-some-year-old people, they have trusted themselves and what they are with right now for many years. And they don't want somebody coming in and telling them that it's wrong. So you have to learn how to tell them it's wrong. It's not right what you have. You have the wrong product. So you don't want to say it that way, but sometimes I do. I just tell them straight out, that is completely the wrong solution for your need. You have a need, Mrs. Jones, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to fill that need for you and your family and friends and your beneficiary. And the bottom line is what you have in place right now isn't the right solution for that need. So let's take a look at what you have so I can put a program together, a system that will work better, okay, for you and your loved ones. Any more questions? That's good you're asking. I mean, you know, if you don't ask those questions, I can't put it into your terms. Now, if you don't understand something, please ask me again so I can explain it in detail a little better, because you're asking questions. Each one of you has a question that everybody else wants answered to. Okay, so don't, whatever question it is somebody else wants to know it too. So, you know, it's so you're working to take them into an IUL. Yes. 9 times out of 10, the IUL product will have larger face amounts, larger cash values, and less premium. Now, the only thing that I explain to them to do is by taking advantage of this 7.14% interest on their cash value, that I would like them to overfund this. Occasionally teaching them something that they don't know, which is they could have more money in here. So if I take that cash value sheet that I showed you, and that was $100 a month, and I know in 10 years that they have $15,000 put away or whatever, that if they just added another $100 a month, that their cash value would be $30,000 to $35,000. And that's good for them to have access to, because half of that money now becomes theirs and it's earning interest. See, what you need to learn is that if they overfund the policy only needs $15,000 to stay in function, really. Truly, it needs that to stay in function for the first 10 years anyway. If they add another $15,000, that's $15,000 of their money that's compounding with the other 15, and it's earning interest now. It's earning interest. So they're allowed to take money out of this. So if they get into a jam, this is a savings account. Each one of you should have one of these. And you should be tossing $200 a month to $500 a month away at this. Not for the death benefit, but, well, benefits your family too. But at the end of the day, that's how you overfund a life insurance policy and make sure that it grows for cash value reasons and puts people in another retirement program. Let's be honest. If you find a 65-year-old female or male, either way, let's say you find a 60-year-old female. She's a 401k. You can talk to her about this, and it's worth $100,000. Well, this woman has 30 years to live. She only has this, which participates in the downsides of the market. Now, you have the option to get her something that only participates in the upsides of the market. That's an option. But hold on to that thought. We have a $100,000 ticket here, and that is $10,000 a year, less actually, for the next, 8 years? So that's it. She's dead, done. After retirement, she pulls this. Now, if this loses money in the market, and this comes down to $80,000, her retirement now just became worse. So in this situation, I'm going to say, look, Mrs. Jones, this is very important that we overfund that product just so you can have another income later on also. But at the same time, it benefits your family. But if you need to pull money from this, it's there for you, okay? And it outperforms your 401k. Another thing I have for you is this is another great solution for you, is to take a look at what this option is. This number will double, Mrs. Jones, every 10 years. You've never seen numbers like that in your 401k, okay? what I'd like to do, can I show you an illustration? Do you have a computer I can use? I just want to call my company and make sure that we got all the details that you need so your future is bright, harmonious, and you live a good financial free life in the future. So may I take a look at something for you and just do an illustration? I want to show you what this would look like and make sure that it's in paper form so you truly understand everything that I'm speaking about. I don't have a computer, so I can't print it up. So can I use your computer? Yes. Okay, great. Call Athena, get the illustration done in front of them, or when you deliver the policy, you go over the 401k. All right? When you deliver the policy, you go over the annuities too. Anything that's ever been left on a table, you go back and check out. If there's like people with annuities that you have in your downline and you know, you contact them and say, hey, look, I'd like to stop over. I want to do a review, and I have some items I'd like to show you that I haven't shown you yet. I think you're going to really like what you see. You could call your clients and say, hey, I know you're a client of mine and you bought life insurance on me. Do you happen to have a 401k or any? Because what our company's doing is they're doing free promotions. They're doing free illustrations for people to show them what indexed annuities look like compared to the 401ks, because that's what everybody's doing today. So when you have a lot of clients, you can go through that list too. Any other questions, guys? I don't really have much more for you guys today unless there's any questions. I just want to I really wanted to go over the recruiting and on Facebook and LinkedIn. If you want to be a part of this team and you are not yet, and you want nice contract levels and you want $7 final expense leads and mortgage protection leads and all that fun stuff, and you want training on a regular basis and you want to really make some money this year, I want you to text JOIN to 352-255-2594 so I can help you do that this year. Anybody that wants reps can contact me also. If you are earning at least $10,000 a month in premium sold premium, I will give you resumes so you can contact people that want to work for our company. They literally ask me for a job. I have resumes, and I need to get them out to people that are earning at least $10,000 a month. Guys, I don't mean to be a jag-off about this, but if they don't know that you're not making money, then bottom line is they don't want to work for you anyway. So that's very important to do. We could hide it from them. I don't want you not to recruit over that, but for me to give you great resources, I need you making $10,000 a month, okay? Anything else any questions that anybody has? Anybody have any questions? Anything that you're going to run into? Anything that you ran into this week? Do you need a schedule? Do you need a system? Do you need leads? Do you need recruits? Do you need to know how to recruit? Do you understand that everybody that doesn't ask me a question, I need you to make at least $5,000 this week, okay? So if there's no questions, I'm going to let this go for now, and we'll continue next week. I'm going to do another webinar. I might do one tomorrow, so be aware of something might pop up in your email tomorrow for another training session that I can do, that I've been putting some things together to share with you. I'm just not ready yet to show you. But at the end of this day, I want you to realize that life insurance sales is an honor to be a part of. You have the ability to take leads of people that want to see you. Do you know when I owned my personal training facilities, all the money I used to spend in marketing direct mail, tens of thousands a month on these locations. And now I get to spend like $500 to $1,000 a week to make $5,000 to $15,000 a week. And sometimes 20 grand plus. Now that's my goal every week. Sometimes I fall short of it and I get angry at myself. And I was talking to a friend who is a therapist, by the way, and I wasn't in therapy, but they were just talking to me, and I said, look, I get really frustrated when I can't hit this number. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to shrink your number this week. I want you to surpass your number, but I want you to shrink your number so you're at ease. Don't put so much pain on yourself to earn big numbers. For those of you that are just starting, brand new, haven't sold a policy in months or weeks, I want you to earn $500 to $1,000. I don't care if you have leads or you're knocking on doors. People go to Atlanta Homes and knock on doors and tell them what you do. Hi, I'm a life insurance rep and we're in the area giving free quotes for life insurance. Would you be interested? That's it. We don't have to do it now. We can set an appointment from here if it's convenient to do it later. Guys, get out there, man. This business has been created on guys that knocked on doors. The billion-dollar companies that you see, they didn't start with direct mail. They didn't start with internet leads. They beat on doors one by one, and they sold life insurance. You also have the ability to do this. So please get up off your ass and take advantage of the solution to your financial problems. It's staring you right in the face. You just got to stop competing with it. I need every one of you to set 5 to 15 appointments this week. Do it tomorrow night. It's a great time to call people. Get on the phone, put it in your schedule to set 5 to get on after this call, okay? It'll be 11 o'clock. You work till 12. You'll be set up for Monday and Tuesday, I guarantee you, okay? It's cold out. Nobody's going anywhere. Trust me, wintertime is the best time to make a lot of money because everybody's home on the weekend, okay? If that's it, that's all you guys have for me in questions. Text me, join if you're not a part of the organization. And if you want to ask me any questions too via text, you're more than free to. If you need any help in any way, shape, or form, please get with your upline, it was me, and discuss it with me. Heather, I'm expecting you to set some appointments this week. Don't wait for the stuff to come in the mail. We have things that you can have here in the office to get you going. Enough's enough with it. No more procrastination, no more excuses. I want you out and I want you selling. This girl has so much talent, guys, and I just, because of her financial situation, I have run into this, and I had Patrick Pasco buy me leads. He gave me gas money in the beginning. I was so broke, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't even do it. But I had appointments, and that made it good. So it changed my life, and it brought a few extra $1,000 in. And don't guess what's out there. Know that it's out there. It's out there. If you don't sell it, somebody else will. I promise you they're getting sold. So don't let these people sell you on the fact that they don't want it. Rob, if you have any questions, I want you to call me, and I want to work with you on the phone. I want to answer your questions a little more in detail. If anybody has any questions, just text me. I love you all. I just want you to do the best things you can for your life. 2018, I want all of you at a 6-figure income. Worst case scenario, you should be at $50,000 to $75,000 a year, okay? And that's working 30 hours a week, by the way. So your job's not that hard, guys. It's not labor work, okay? It's mental toughness. It's mental toughness. If you're not tough there, then read a book, okay? You want some suggestions on that? One suggestion is that you all read Tony Robbins' new book, which is completely about indexed annuities. 9 out of 10 of the things in there are about indexed annuities. Tony Robbins' new book is unbelievable. It really is. So that's it for today, guys. I will talk to you. Text me. Rob, you hit me up with any questions. Thank you. And I will talk.